Students, welcome to class ninth, chapter Force and Laws of Motion. Momentum P is equal to mass into velocity. P is equal to mv. It is a vector quantity since it has both magnitude and direction. Its SI unit is 1 Newton second, that is 1 kg meter per second, while in CGS system its unit is dyne second. So one example is given here. Next topic is Newton's second law of motion. Newton's second law of motion states that the rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to the applied external force and takes place in the same direction in which external force act. Next topic is mathematical formulation of second law of motion. If a body of mass m moving at initial velocity u accelerates uniformly with an acceleration a for time t so that its final velocity changes to v, then initial momentum p1 is equal to m into u. Final momentum p2 is equal to m into v. So change in momentum is equal to p2 minus p1, that is mv minus mu. So it is mv minus u. According to the second law of motion, force F is proportional to change in momentum upon time. So F is proportional to P2 minus P1 upon T, implies that F is proportional to m v minus u upon T. You know v minus u upon T is called acceleration, so F is proportional to ma. Then F is equal to kma, where the quantity k is a constant of proportionality. One unit of force is defined as the amount that produces an acceleration of 1 meter per second square on an object of 1 kg mass. So 1 unit of force is equal to k is equal to 1 k into 1 kg into 1 meter per second square, that is k is equal to 1. Thus the force can be written as F is equal to ma. The SI unit of force is Newton, which is denoted by the symbol N, and it is equivalent to kg meter per second square. Next point is application of Newton's second law of motion. The following applications are based on Newton's second law of motion. A cricket player, whenever takes a catch, always moves his hand backward. The reason is that when the player moves his hand in the backward direction to catch a moving ball, the value of time increases, due to which the value of applied force F by the hands decreases, so the ball does not hurt the hands of player. Second application is one gets hurt while jumping from a certain height on a concrete floor, but one doesn't get hurt when jumps on a hay stack. The reason is that the value of time interval is increased when a person jumps on a high stack, since the person does not come to rest suddenly. This reduces the force acting on the body of a person, due to which he does not get hurt. Next is when one jumps on a hard floor, the magnitude of time interval is very small and the force applied by the ground on the body of the person is very large, due to which the person gets